I'll put it in standard tuning so you see some of the chords.
Wait, it wasn't in standard tuning?
Sorry?
It wasn't in standard tuning?
No, this was in that open D. This one was in standard. I switched guitars before your very eyes. It was so fast I didn't even see it. So on this box here I also have a tuner. So there's a little strobe tuner there. And then it's muted, so if I turn it on you'll hear it, but that mutes it. You want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
Wish I had one. Now I was playing for some school kids in Rock Springs, Wyoming, and there was a little girl on the front row. She made her look real old. That's how young these kids were. And I said, "Are there any questions?" And one of the kids pointed to that, and he said, "What is that?" And I didn't know how to answer him except to tell him the truth. And I said, "Well, that's an LR Baggs Venue Parrot DI box, and it comes complete with a 5-band EQ, including 2 mid-sweeps and a notch filter that gives you a 29 dB cut at the choice of your frequency. And it also has 2 dual source outputs with an XLR that goes to the house system and a 1/4-inch out that goes to a separate acoustic amp." And then the kids started crying. And all the other kids started cheering, and I thought, hey, forget it, I've got my crowd. I was on a roll. So I kept talking about the strobe tuner and the send effects return in the back and the ground lift, and then this other little kid in the back of the room just yelled out, "Why do you shave the top of your head?" So that's how that day went. So like that's the D chord, and I tuned my low bass from an E to a D, so I brought it down, and then this is like an A chord, and some people play it like that or that or that. So I'll do you do a bar?
Yeah.
So there's an A, and then I can get another chord like that's a C shape, so I can refinger it, slide it up, and that's a 1 to a 4 chord. That's done a lot in rock and roll. Then I can move that up here. So this is a tune called Embryonic Journey by a band that was popular in the 60s called Jefferson Airplane. Remember them?
Jefferson Airplane?
Yeah, just say yes.
Yeah.
All right, it's them. I played this in Europe somewhere, and a guy said I played like a Russian dragon, and I was really proud of that, until I found out what he meant was that my timing was either Russian or dragon.